Hi, Marie-Laure. The tables have turned. We are now interviewing you. This is going to be so great. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Marie-Laure, the table is yours. The stage is yours. Please let us know. Tell us about your story and what your healing, what your practice is about.
So my story. So I was, I would say, a healer in the closet for 20 something years. I knew that I had some kind of a gift or spiritual abilities, sometimes that I call them, when I was very young. I used to see things. I was I was feeling things without needing of words or anything. But it's like I come from a background where you have to, like the path is all written down for you before you even start on your path. So I needed to fit in, so I would get the approval and the acknowledgement. So I did that until I got to a point where I felt that it was against my own nature, what I was doing, trying to fit in, trying to please everyone. I'm a mother of three children, so it's like a second nature at some point. You want to give them your all and even the energy you don't have at some point. So so until I finally said, okay, that's enough. And I had I don't like to call it a big wake up call because I wasn't sleeping, but there was something that happened that turned everything around. I got ill a few years ago, and I truly stood in. Okay, like this is my life. I have a say. I have a choice, and it's not that I want to displease people. Of course not, but standing for myself, I think, was the thing that really shifted everything for me. And I started to speak up, and I started to actually acknowledge my abilities. And even though it was still serving me and whatever I was doing, except that I wasn't upfront or speaking about it. And even still, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I said, people are going to find me weird. They're going to think that I've gone crazy or something. And at the same time, it's so aligned, and I feel so better in my body, in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind. Things are clearer, things are happening. While before I was resisting, like things happening basically. So that's how I came. And I've always wanted to help people. It's been there since my first job. I was working counseling teenagers. So I simply added this component or this dimension, the spiritual dimension, to what I'm doing with people now. So like everything is integrated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So going from such a beautiful terrain of ownership and standing for your life. And so what is unique about your sessions, and what do you like, what is the work, what are you offering?
Yeah. So one thing that is, I think, very unique about myself is the listening, the kind of listening that I can offer. So there is, I believe that there are like different kinds of listening. There's the listening where, yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm in my own mind and, having my own inner thoughts about what you're saying. And there's the listening where, there's empathy and compassion, and where you can give advice or you can hear and help someone. And there's like this listening where actually the person who is speaking can hear themselves. I
Mhm.
believe that people can figure out for themselves what's going on. We have a tendency as human beings to go out there, ask everyone questions and their recipe to make our things work. I believe that with my capacity to listen, you can actually hear where you stumble or where you resist or where you sell out basically on your own self. And and of course I can mirror things, I can ask questions. That's one of my magic gifts, I would say. Sometimes people are saying, you ask questions and it becomes clear. You didn't give me the answer, I found the answer. Yes, I want you to find your answers. So one-on-one with me looks a lot like I'm listening a lot. Yes, I will do some coaching. It's like I dance with the person, but sometimes I listen and I really bring myself into a presence where you actually listen or hear your own heart speaking. So yeah, that's one. That's one thing that I do.
That's such a unique, yeah, that's such a unique skill and such a catalyzing skill for anyone to be able to see, reveal, sense. And I've experienced it myself with you. It's amazing.
Mm.
And so what are some of the benefits that people get in working with you, Marie-Laure?
Yeah. Well, clarity. You know, a lot of people come, they think they're confused because there's so many things happening and they're trying to make sense of their own life, the things they want to do, what people are saying, and what should work, what doesn't work. So clarity.
Mm.
And that can come very quickly. You know, I'm not working with someone for 3 months and they stay confused until the last week. Usually in the first call we have a little bit of clarity on what's going on, and then we can look at, okay, where do we want to go and where you want to be in action. Because for me it's two things, you know. It's we work on feminine energy, so we go inward, we look at things, we clear stuff, we bring, you know, like a sense of ownership, you know, to your life, and responsibility. People don't like that word, but it's one of the most beautiful word. You feel like, yes, I'm responsible for myself, I don't need to wait for anyone. So that's the other thing. And then we bring, you know, a structure, maybe depending on what works for you, or a container to hold your power and your creativity and give you focus. So that's the other things that people get with me: clarity, you know, the responsibility of your power to create your own life, and focus.
And do you have examples of like concrete results? So when people get clarity and they have that sense of responsibility, like what opens up?
Mm. So I want to give you like an examples and one person I worked with, because the transformation is just so amazing. So the first time I spoke on the phone with that person, and actually it was just, she watched one of my videos, she sent me a text like, I listened to you and I'm crying. I know that there's something, but you know, I'm nothing. Basically, that's what she was saying. And I was having tea in a cafe, and I said, call me. So we got on the phone and she cried for a half hour and all that. And basically, what she was saying was, I'm a mother, I've given everything, like the last bit of life, you know, in myself, I gave it to my children. Now they're like grown ups. I have nothing. I don't know who I am. I feel empty. And it's like, I'm worth nothing. And I know that a lot of women can relate to that. Even if you have young children, you feel that your life is not your own. And now I asked her at the time, you know, during that conversation, if you had everything, you were worth it, and you could, you know, like do anything you want with your life, what comes up? What is it? What would you do? And the first thing she said, well, I would do art. Like I started to paint again, and I think I would do that. And she was like, I couldn't ask her for months, you know, to take her to show her paintings to people. She was
Mm.
like, you know, still in the unworthiness. And now, like as we're speaking, she's having her first art exhibition.
Wow, that's
She,
amazing.
yes, she got to the point, like an art exhibition, you know,
Yeah.
a few months ago, I'm not talking years, a few months ago, a few weeks, she was still like, I'm not going to show anything. People are going to think that it's like, I'm just playing, you know.
Mhm.
And we got focus and
Mhm.
clarity and organized. And now she got to a point where, okay, yes. And the opportunity showed up like this, you know.
Mm.
It's not like she had to research places for art. It showed up like this. The moment she was ready, like the whole universe opened up for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything just showed up like it does, right? That is so phenomenal. So if you want to work with Marie-Laure, you can click on the link that'll be here or here. And this is such tremendous and such powerful work. I know I've worked with you myself, and I know many people who have, and it's just such incredible transformation and healing. Marie-Laure, is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Yes. Well, there's different ways you can work with me. I do group courses also. I work with the moon energy. So I have the Goddess Glow experience, which is a 3 hour with me. So we go through what you're going through. We look at what would light you up in your life, and then you have all the material to go through a full cycle of the moon and really work your energy from the feminine to the masculine, like in a full cycle, connect with yourself and start to embody those beautiful qualities that you are. So the Goddess Glow experience is, I think, one of the most magical thing that I'm offering. And also I have the Unleash mastermind or goddess mind that is coming up next year. And for that, if you're interested in knowing more about that, click the link and book a call with me so we can see if that would be a fit for you. And Unleashed, it says in the name, we're going to unleash your beautiful expression and goddess divinity in the world, because the world needs you. And it is simpler or easier than we think it is. That's the thing I want to leave you with. It's healing is something that happens in the moment. You don't have to work for years before you heal or release, or with the proper guidance and support, you know miracles happen. Like magic is everywhere all the time, and when you tap into it, your own magic, it's marvelous, and I love to see that happen. I love it. Thank you. Hmm.
You paused it, right? Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Martha. Thank you. That was wonderful. I can't wait. I can't wait for so many people to experience more of your work. So join in.
Thank you.